Many people have been wounded with religion that's all about certainty and all about answers, and usually somewhat arrogantly being better than other religions or other churches. So when I grew up, I felt like the church was all about having the answers. Everything was black and white. So when I went to seminary, I felt like I didn't even need to go because all the answers were in the Bible, and I was a little bit of a fundamentalist. And instead, when I went to a Lutheran college, the very first class was in Bible, and it somewhat made the whole house of my faith fall over and made me question that the Bible was literally true or that religion or faith was all about having the answers. And instead, right then from age 19 on, I think my faith moved from black and white to gray, and that faith was about living in the struggle and living in the questions. In some ways, Holy Trinity is like all churches, but in other ways, we think we're very unique and very different. We're in a neighborhood of, I often say, 100,000 25-year-olds, which is unusual because that's usually the age of people that don't go to church. We're also in a neighborhood that's pretty edgy, so we like to be, we're Lutheran, but we also do things kind of outside the box at times. And the congregation is made up of a little bit of everything, some young adults, single people, married, folks with kids, gays and lesbians, old people, retired people, middle-aged people. I think what it means most for folks is that we're not about having the answers, that we value questions, that we value other religions, that we are open to people even who question their own faith and religion, and that we want the church to intersect with the world, not being apart from the world. For me, it was certainly being gay and realizing that the Bible literally was condemning that, and so that led me to part of the struggle with how we interpret the scriptures, how is the ancient faith relevant for us today, and moving from what I think for a lot of people was a very negative way of being religious. It was about do's and don'ts, rights and wrongs, in and out. That led to kind of an exclusivity, leading people more today to feel like our faith is a way to help ground us spiritually, help connect us to the world, help us work for justice in the world, help to make the world a better place. I think that technology is changing us as even what it means to be human. It almost feels like technology has addicted us to the beeps and the blings and the notifications and everything. And all of us, it's not any of us personally, but the dopamine that happens for all of us with all these little things have made us tending sometimes, I think, to the iPhone in our pocket as the main thing of our attention. It's not a matter of whether technology is good or bad. We're not going to be going back. I mean, there's no question. To me, it's more of a balance piece. Spirituality and faith helps ground me in the present moment and in my body and in the earth. And that's all that I fear that we lose as we move forward, as we become, and all of us as we become more cyborgs, and this is kind of like an extension of us. Sort of my hope is, can ancient religion and spirituality have us have times where we leave this behind and that we go for a walk and we totally notice nature? Can it help us be more in touch with what it means to have human bodies, to be aware of our mortality? So for me, there's a strong connection, not that church and spirituality are the answer, but they're simply a reminder of being attentive to what matters, being reminded again of ourselves as embodied, bodily people who are connected to the earth.